So you want to put them all in? And
yeah,
then,
let's get them all in and
out,
pick out the ones we don't want. Yeah. Here we go. Let's these out of the way. Whoa. There we go. The bucks are there. There's half of them. Here's one buff.
It's okay. Oh, it's all right. It's okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm taking these buff Toulouse out. We have about 3 buff Toulouse, and putting them all together. It's winter, end of winter. While it's winter, what we like to do is separate the geese out, make sure that the right breeds are in the right pen. So Joyce and I are taking these buff Toulouse, putting them all together in this pen over here. We're moving them from pen C to pen D. So what we're doing is we have these 3 buffs that are now all together because we want to gather eggs from these buff Toulouse. The others are big gray Toulouse. They're the most common. These buff ones are much rarer. So we want to try to hatch some goslings from these. We keep all the breeds separated. We have Sebastopol geese over here. We'll have the buffs here. We'll have the gray Toulouse, and then we'll have the Pomeranians or the saddleback geese over there. Geese start laying so early and they pair up. You want to separate them out. Let them they don't like to be spooked or jarred around, so we try to do it really early so they can settle in and get really calm, and then they'll start laying eggs, and hopefully our fertility rate will be really high. Another reason it's good to get these separated is I've got a lot of the grays over there, and there's more room in this pen for the buffs. The buffs are actually, that feather pattern, that buff color is a sport off of the grays, and obviously there is some buff blood in among my grays because I've hatched these out. Now this year, what I'm going to try to do is get another strain of buffs, some ganders, maybe a goose or 2 from another farm, so I can start crossing them back with my genetic strain that I have here. What we're trying to do is create strong, vigorous genetic strains of these animals and keep the breeds alive for the future. Now, it takes about between 30 and 33 days to hatch a goose egg. So you can see that if these start laying, we need about another 30 days for them to be separated to make sure that if, say for instance, 2 of these geese mated with one of the gray ganders, that the sperm in that goose runs through her system, and that a buff gander will be here, and we want eggs that have been inseminated with buff gander semen so that they'll hatch and be full-blooded. So that's another reason we have to do this during the winter. Boy, they already look content. They're going to be happy in here. If you're enjoying seeing what we do here, check in regularly on the farm because we've got lots going on.